Hey guys, John here. And I thought I would do a quick overview of my first week having this radio, the Yaesu FT-891. This is a portable HF only and 6 meter, I guess, radio for ham radio. And man, I can't say enough about this radio now that I think I've figured some stuff out with it. This is probably the best bang for the buck radio that I've ever had. And I just want to go over a couple things. So I had a video last week where I did my first portable usage of this radio, and I was really having some difficulty. People were having a hard time hearing me, and I was getting really poor signal reports. And so K7SW, another local ham here in Utah that I've talked to before, he commented on that video mentioning there may be some potential issues with the way I have the mic set up. And I think he nailed it because I was able to go and I found a video by another ham, N4HNH. And I'll put the video in the description. But he has a great video of some settings that he goes through on how to set up the 891 for voice. And so I really want to thank him if he happens to ever see this video, that his settings gave me exactly what I needed, and I was getting incredible signal reports today. I went out portable again today. I was running 50 watts, and on 20 meter and 40 meter, I made several contacts, and I'm going to put one in this video at the end here. But I was getting glowing signal reports where that was the exact opposite experience of what I was getting the first time out. I will say this radio, I can't confirm this or not, but it seems like the receive quality is better on this than the FT-991 that I have. This thing is just getting incredible quality out of very low signal transmissions. I see S1, S2, S3, where normally with the FT-991 that I have, those are usually not really easy to hear, and I really have to struggle to dig them out. But this radio, for whatever reason, it is pulling those signals out so well, and the receive quality is so good that it's usually not an issue to hear those low signal strength transmissions. And so, man, I'm really happy about it. And I don't know what the reports say about, how sensitive of a receiver this has versus an FT-991. But from my short experience with this radio, I'm going to say that this one probably has a better receiver than the FT-991 that I've been using for years. And so it's really blown me away. There's two things that, even though I love this radio, there's two things that you do have to make some sacrifices for with this radio, with having it be such a small, compact package, is it has no internal tuner. So you have to have a external tuner, and there is one sold by Yaesu, but it's really expensive. I want to say it's like $350 or something, that integrates with this pretty well. But I was able to get this tuner from my dad. He wasn't using it. It was sitting in a drawer. So I was able to get it for a great price from him. He's probably given away more radios than I've ever owned. He's one of those kind of guys. So it was awesome to be able to get such a great tuner for such a great price. So thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. So you do have to have an external tuner if you don't have any resonant antennas. And my portable antenna that I've been using, that Nelson in-fed random wire, it is not resonant on any bands. So it requires a tuner. Now, I may want to get another antenna here soon that is resonant on probably at least 20, maybe 40 as well, and test that out without having to have the tuner. But so far, so good. This has been a great tuner so far. I've loved it. And let me just turn this off and unplug this. The other thing is on the back here, which if you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I enjoy digital modes. specifically FT8 JS8 call. And we do have USB for cat control on this radio, which is great. The one thing that it is lacking is it doesn't have a built-in sound card like the 991. And I really love that about the 991, where I can just plug in one cable into my computer, and now I have the ability to run digital modes. This one, you have to get an external sound card. Some people use like the Signal Link. And I bought one that I've seen some other people have had success with. It's just a cheap USB dongle, and you use a cable coming out of one of these ports. I forget which one it is, but I'm going to be testing that in the future here as soon as the cable comes in. I ordered it off eBay, so whenever that comes in, I'll test it out. But to be perfectly honest, for portable operation, I'm not going to be doing a lot of digital work, I would imagine, probably mostly voice work. So that is the other negative that I've seen so far, but honestly, not really a big one if you're not trying to do voice mode, or if you have the ability to get digital modes working with an external sound card. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've really enjoyed this radio for the first week, and I'll do a longer term review, I'm sure, later. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and attach to the end of this video a transmission, a little back and forth with another ham, and I forget his call sign off the top of my head, and we'll see it here in a minute. But in Colorado, and he was doing really well. We were doing well back and forth, and he was running barefoot on 100 watts on a G5 RV, and it was just running really well. And so, and he gave me a glowing review on the audio, so I think I fixed the problem. So anyways, I'll go ahead and add that, but thanks again, and let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I'll see if I can't answer them for you.
This is WB2SCU with WD1W. I'll say 73. You have a big day calling to see you.
Kilo Golf 7, Alpha Juliet Mike, portable.
Yeah, the Kilo Golf 7 station. Hold on a sec. I need a couple of minutes to take care of some stuff, and I'll get back to you in a minute or two.
Roger that.
Okay, Kilo Golf 7 question mark. I didn't get the whole call, and I think you said you were portable. This is Whiskey Delta 1 Whiskey.
Roger that, Whiskey Delta 1 Whiskey. This is Kilo Golf 7, Alpha Juliet Mike. Yes, and I'm operating portable in northern Utah.
Okay, northern Utah is a big place. What's the nearest to town or city? And I will put that down as your QTH. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the call. Thank you for your patience. My name is Chris. Charlie Hotel Romeo India Sierra. Chris, I'm in Loveland, Colorado, 50 miles north of Denver, 50 miles south of Cheyenne, Wyoming. You probably know all that with your 7 call. We wouldn't. We're from Vermont. That's where the 1 call sign comes from. We were in Vermont for 40 years. We just decided let's try something a little bit different in retirement. We have been here in Colorado for 5 years, well, 5.5, truth in advertising. So back to you, KG7AJM, and I'll tell you how you shake out on my work on letters and numbers quest. This is Whiskey Delta 1 Whiskey.
Roger that, the Colorado. Yeah, nice place. I've only been a couple times, but I'd like to visit more. Yeah, I'd love to know what my signal report is. I'm operating portable right now with a new radio, and I adjusted some mic settings, so I'm just curious how I'm sounding to see if I'm getting through to you well or not. I'm running 50 watts right now, 50 watts on a Yaesu FT-891.
Oh, you sound great. You don't need to make any more adjustments on that radio. Seriously, don't touch a thing. I have one of those. I'm not using it at the moment. I'm using a 35-year-old Kenwood TS430. I've got a lot of radios, so each one gets a week or 2 of use in a calendar year. And this one I actually just dropped in line yesterday. I change radios like you change socks. But a couple of weeks ago, I had my 891. That's a fun little gizmo. And boy, I hope mine sounds as good as yours. Don't touch a thing.
Roger that. Thank you for the report. Appreciate it. So if you had to give me a signal report, what would you give me?
You're 55757.
Roger that. Thank you very much. Appreciate the contact. And best of luck to you in your quest. I heard you're looking for numbers and letters, but I don't know if I helped you out at all, but hopefully I did. I will sign off and talk to you later, but this is KG7 AJM and 73 to you, my friend.
Well, before you go, I do not know to whom I'm speaking, nor do I know where you are. You're in Utah. Let me know what the closest town or city is. I'll put that down as your QTH. And here's how you shake out on my check sheet. I've worked 25 letters, so I'm missing only one. The letter M, Mike, which is what your call sign ends in, was the 18th letter that I worked, and you become the second additional contact station that ends in the letter M. As for the 7 in your call sign, that was the very first number that I worked, and you become the 19th additional contact with a 7 in the call. So it's like anything, the closer you get to the finish, the harder it is. And eventually I'll run across that letter that I'm missing, just part of the fun of it, not advertising what that letter is. So I need a name for my pen and paper logbook, a signal report, and what town or city in Utah you're in. Over.
Roger that. The name is John, Juliet Oscar November. I'm here in Layton, Utah, Layton.
You know, I actually think we camped there once. Long story, but that sounds really familiar. And John, what is my signal report?
You're 5'9" plus. You're well over 9 at times.
Okay, QSL, this is a barefoot operation to a very modest G5RB. Well, thanks for giving me a shout. Again, thank you for your patience while I set up a new CQ call. I'll just keep calling CQ with my automatic CQ caller and see if I can get that elusive last letter. Kilo Golf 7, Alpha Juliet Mike. Your system sounds great. This is Whiskey Delta 1 Whiskey. Take care, John.
You too, Chris. 7-3.